an order by the state to provide relief to customers hit hard by those soaring natural gas bills. Hi, everybody. Maria Stefanos.
And I'm Ed Harding. And those sky-high bills caused by surging delivery rates. It's a problem that our Ben Cimino first exposed last week. Ben joins us live right now. Ben, you have that letter that just went out to gas companies statewide and a few minutes ago. So what does it say?
Yeah, so here's the letter right here. It went out to the state's gas distributors, the five main companies: Berkshire Gas, Boston Gas, which is National Grid, Eversource, Unitil, and Liberty. It orders those gas companies to reduce gas bills by 5% across the board total starting next month for March and April. As I first told you last week, customer after customer reached out to me sharing bills that totaled as much as $800 for a month of natural gas. The delivery rates on the bills, it's often double or even triple the cost of the gas used. The increases are being driven in large part by state mandated policies. The utility companies say things like the Mass Save program, other energy efficiency or green energy goals. They were approved, though, by regulators at the Department of Public Utilities. Now, Eversource and National Grid tell me they had no choice but to raise these rates because of those state mandated policies. We pushed the governor on this yesterday, asking why the state seemed to be caught off guard by the impact of these huge rate increases, up more than 30% in the last 2 years. Well, that resulted in this order today, a 5% cut in bills for the remainder of what's known as the winter heating season. That would be March and April. I want to make clear, this is a Band-Aid. This letter, they went out to the gas companies. They're going to be allowed to recover that money in the summer when gas bills are lower. They're not going to lose any money on this. In fact, they can actually charge interest, according to this letter, based on what they cut in March and April. It doesn't get to the root of the problem here, which a lot of the utility companies say these state mandated programs and the already high cost for utility bills that we pay here in New England.
But so that has to change.
That's what some folks argue.
And tonight you're saying this is just a Band-Aid.
So it's 5% cut in bills, March and April. Of course, it often gets warm by April.
Right.
And they will recover that money paid in the winter, in the summer season. I want to point out one other thing, though. DPU does say in this letter they're going to investigate, because a lot of these policies, like the Mass Save program, they're paid on our gas bills and our electric bills. They're going to look into whether or not we should not be paying those payments in the winter and should instead be paying more in the summer when gas is much less expensive, because it might only be, your hot water heater or your stove.
Right. All right, Ben.
Stay with it.